Moving on to sports, I believe you love golf as a sport, and you had to give it up in 2009 for a few years for the initial Satyam days. And being a golfer, I know how tough it is. How do you manage that? Was it possible?
So I actually have given up for a variety of reasons. Main thing is, first is I was not good at it, and I'm very competitive. So,
We are all like that. I mean, every day we'll shank.
uh, spending a lot of time trying to find those balls in the
Thadi,
forests,
Thadi as they say.
whatever you want to call them.
Yeah,
Anyway, that was not the reason I left it. It was just that I was spending so much of time
yeah.
traveling and also away from the family, as working so long hours that it didn't make sense that on a Sunday that I was going to be at the family. As I told you, I work Saturdays. That I would disappear in the morning for 6 hours or 7 hours. I don't think it made sense. Actually, I might move to a golf course property in the next few months, and then I might restart. Otherwise, for 11 years, I played ceremonial golf, but I haven't played what I would say golf in the last 11 years.
Another Satyam story. Anu, you want to take that?
You know, I mean, as the story goes, during your Satyam days, you were flying, you were flying from Mumbai to Hyderabad post the press conference, and the air hostess actually announced your name and told everyone that you were on the flight. This was followed by a huge applause. Is this story true? And how did you react to it?
I don't know who your moles are, but I always had a suspicion that, so one is you have to remember the 2009, and many of you would have to go back. A typical Satyam office between that January letter to April, it used to be hounded by the journalists. There used to be press cameras pretty much camping, because to them it was 2009 and 2009 when the economic recession was hitting in, Lehman crisis, AIG. This was seen as, Satyam was seen as the Indian Enron. So there was a huge interest. When we acquired, I've never seen a press conference with about 200 journalists in Mumbai. So it was clear that the public interest in Satyam was very, very high. And I have a suspicion that the captain of that aircraft probably was an investor in Satyam. I honestly don't know the story, but yes, it is true that the captain and the air hostess stewards, they did announce, and there was a huge round of applause about Mahindra's taking over Satyam, and that I, as a newly appointed CEO, was traveling from Mumbai to Hyderabad for that.
Very interesting. Actually, we are running a little behind time. I think we've got some special guests coming in as well. But 2 questions before I get on to a quick rapid fire round with you. So Anu, you want to ask the first question on the Hindi music bit?
Yes, I believe, CP, I believe you love old Hindi classics of Kishore Kumar and Hemant Kumar. Your favorite song is Ruk Jana Nahi Kahin Tu Haar Ke by Kishore Kumar and Country Roads by John Denver. What kind of old memories this song bring back to you?
No, but Ruk Jana Nahi Tu Kahin Haar Ke is more like life's motto.
Yeah.
It's got, I like to hum that song every time I'm on the crossroad. Every time there is that extra energy to be pumped in. So, and number 2, I'm very figurative, very, what you would call as, I used to travel so much. This last 6 months, though it's a social tragedy, but the only boon is that I've been home. And me and Annu are not fighting with each other, I promise you this. So it was country roads take me home. So, I mean, it was just a reflection of where my head is.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Rangan,
In fact, one last which I want to ask you, which I'm keen to ask you, because I believe you love movies like Pursuit of Happiness, Three Idiots, Miracle, Chak De India. And I see one thing in common, and that's they're wonderfully made underdog stories. Do they strike a chord with you?
I think it is, it's true. So that includes Chak De India. I mean, yes, an underdog story, I think the world likes. And I like it, and I carry it on my t-shirt. I carry it on my sleeve, that every time a small town guy, every time an underdog becomes an high achiever, I mean, I salute and I celebrate.
Fantastic. So before I bring in the special guest this evening, let me do a quick rapid fire questions with you. I'll ask you a set of questions which you can choose to answer, CP, or sing your favorite song, Ruk Jana Nahi Kahin Tu Har Ke. Are we ready to go?
Sorry, you want me to sing? I mean, you don't want me to sing. So let's move forward.
So the first question is, if you in Sholay, if you are Jai, who's your Viru?
I mean, I grew up, including that story of blowing all the money on sugarcane, is with a friend of mine called Sunil Batta. I went to school with him.
Okay.
And, we lived in each other's neighborhood. So somebody who has known me more than anyone else, that is Sunil.
Best company you worked with?
So take Mahindra any day.
Worst company you worked with?
I don't think I can ever work for a worse company.
A treat you wished you had?
Sorry?
A treat
wish you had.
that you wished you had?
A trait. One of these days I have to satisfy Sue with my singing capability. Right now it does not exist.
Good one.
That's a divergent question answer, like the spokesperson of a political party, but that's okay.
Tell us the name of your best rival.
Best rival. It doesn't exist because I'll kill that person.
That's very modest. I want to. So I'm saying the confidence. I'm sure he loves cricket too. But there's a story about Sir Donald Bradman. Sir Donald Bradman. I'm sure I don't have to tell everyone who Sir Donald Bradman is. So not many people know that he was the 12th man. Before he got into the team, he was a 12th man. And one day he was fielding. He was brought in as a 12th man, and he threw the ball, and it whizzed past the top English batsman who was batting. And the English batsman said to Sir Donald Bradman, who was not this Sir Donald Bradman then, "Oh, you're trying to hit me? That's not good." You know what did Sir Donald Bradman say? He said, "Sir, one thing I must tell you, that I was not trying to hit you, because if I was trying to hit you, I wouldn't have missed." So he had that kind of confidence. CP's confidence reminded me of that story. So,
Which of course makes me drop the next question, and so I will come to Amir Khan, SRK, or Amitabh Bachchan.
Amitabh Bachchan any day.
Bollywood or Hollywood or Tollywood?
Not Tollywood. I enjoy both Bollywood and Hollywood.
Sue or Anu?
I mean, I think Sue, you have better mustaches.
He doesn't sport one. Let me introduce today's fabulous special guest this evening. We've got Debjani Ghosh. Debjani, welcome to our show.
Hey, Debjani, hey.
Debjani, you have to unmute us. Yes.
Hello. Lovely to be here.
Fantastic. And we have Neelam Dhawan.
Why did you give all the ammunition to Debjani anyway? She keeps.
I can't wait, CP. I mean, I was told this is going to be CP's roast. I can't wait.
Yes, even I can't wait. Even I can't wait.
I'm
It's on my show. आज तो पकड़ेंगे इसको.
Mafia in action. I am running away.
No,
This
no, I
looks
was
like a riot.
listening. I was listening to all your answers till now. You've been very, very nice. You've been coming across as a very good boy. So Neelam and I have to
Arey
tip
oh,
the
yeah.
balance right now.
Acha, Devjani, your lipstick matches with your whatever background here.
Thank you. It was planned.
Well, we have two other guests. I mean, Puneet is joining us from Singapore.
Hello.
Puneet, hi.
Puneet is a nice guy. Puneet, handle these two ladies, yeah.
And Hari joins us from Hyderabad.
Hari is known to handle ladies, so I'm safe now.
I think we are balanced.
Hey Hari, hi, how are you? And Puneet, hello there. And
Good to
Neelam,
see you.
listen to me. I will return a good turn.
The bribe level has to go up, CP. Now that Devjani is on the show, I think Hari and I can command a higher price. Yo, Hari, is that right?
No, no.
Hari, so,
I can tell you one thing. CP has started with roasting us, so it's going to be tough. So let's play it anyway.
Hari knows that I keep a file in my cabinet.
Oh.
Because thanks to Hari, I have learned all the secret filing systems.
Hey, by the way, can I go first since the question of filing has come? Let me just first and foremost say that, you talked about CP as a very, very loyal friend. I think I've known CP for more than 35 years. And CP has no boundaries really between customers, employees, partners, family, friends. So we all know each other really, really well. And that's a great quality of CP. And when you talk about Schindler's List, we all have a CP list. So we have a group called Global Desi. There are 33 of us spread all over the world. We're part of that group. And I actually have been introduced to many people by CP. So not knowing how to store their name, I write CP, reference CP. And I was counting, there are 81 names here who've been introduced. So he's a great, great friend. And in his moment of friendship, since we're talking about file, I got to narrate an incident that when I was at HCL, I actually was dating my current wife. At that point, she was not my wife. And she is a Chinese student at JNU.
One of the girls you were dating, yeah, okay.
Okay, one of the girls that I was dating. And she was a student of Chinese at JNU. And she would go to the Chinese embassy to, check out Chinese films on video cassettes those days. And I would accompany her. When you're dating, you accompany your fiance or your friend wherever she wants to go. So obviously these trips got the attention of CBI, and they came to actually check with CP who the hell is this fellow, especially since I'd actually now applied for a visa to go and visit her in China since she's gone on a Government of India scholarship there. So the question I have, CP, this file that you've got for Hari, what was in my file that you told the CBI? I have been curious for the last 35 years and I want to know that on the show today.
No, I never shared with them that if they go to Japanese embassy also they will find something. I never told them. And number two, you got the Chinese visa, so I must have been loyal to you.
Indeed. I have another story that I will say and then I'll pass on the floor to Neelam, and this is related to HCL. Since this is a little bit of a roast, Sanandan, that CP and I were given this portfolio to handle. It was called special projects. Special projects are these Khufia projects. And the fancy of the Rajiv Gandhi government was this whole computerization of the nation under the aegis of National Informatics Center. So he and I would actually end up going there. That was our only account. Okay, I mean, that was at one point in time. He had other accounts, but that was at some point in time the only account. CP used to have this scooter that actually broke down more often than it worked. So every day when we used to go to NIC, almost every day, okay, there may have been 1 or 2 lucky days in a month when it didn't happen, but we'd have to stop on the roadside, take out the carburetor, clean it up. So we had our hands always dirty when we ended up at NIC. And one of the directors there, in fact, J.A. Chaudhary, in fact, he kept a soap. And one time he told us that, please, I've kept a soap for you because when you come and sit down and you start to look at my files, because you're always looking for comparative information, Wipro ka quote kitna hai, IKIM's quote is how much, all the other competitors, since we were always fishing for this thing. He says, in doing that, you leave your fingerprints behind. So I'm actually helping you by having you wash your hands before you surreptitiously look at all these competitors' quotes. So I have to tell you that CP's intense need for intelligence, and you talked about that he would beat up a competitor if he had one, that has been there from ever since. I wanted to tell you that.
Wonderful.
I don't know you, but let me ask you one question.
Yes, please.
If
I also don't know him, Anurag, now.
okay.
Good one.
Go ahead, Anurag.
I just want to ask, if there's one thing about him that you could change, what would that be?
I think, in one of our other shows, there was a guy who was saying that this is the Yum guy. He was talking about how, the guy would bring him on to motivate them, and then he would play table tennis with them and beat them, and then he would really get this thing.
Nilin Chaudhary. Yeah.
That's right. I think it's not a question of change. I think it's a question of this infinite energy that he has. What the hell does he do? I don't work for TechM, but I have pity on those guys who work with him right now. When you have a boss who has so much energy, it's painful. It's really painful. So really, in some ways, those guys have given me some goose to say, "Ki thoda energy kam karo, bhai. Take it easy."
But he drinks sugarcane juice. That does so. All the sugarcane juice he drank in his early days has produced this energy. So I want to demystify this for everyone. It's very simple. So for all young people watching the broadcast, drink sugarcane juice. It will bring energy.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but you need to have a failed chemical engineering degree to be able to convert that sugar into good juice.
Thank you for completing the equation.
Devjani, any interesting stories during NASSCOM days? And I know CP was there during 2016 and 17.
Not was. CP is there.
No, as a president. He was the president at that point of time,
yes,
right?
he was the chairman, but he's very
right.
much a part of NASSCOM, and at least as long as I'm there, he's not going anywhere. And I'm sure he will continue to be a part of NASSCOM even after I'm gone. But CP, when he was chairman, I think what CP stood for, and I think a lot of it has already been covered. But the thing I remember when I was that time on the EC and I was having a lot of fun watching it was if you hit a wall and you have a room full, and Neelam will remember, you'll have a room full of people who are like, no, this cannot happen, and you need to get everybody to change their mind. CP is the person you throw at them. So for example, in NASSCOM, we have a lot of emotional attachments to events, where an event happens, or where we do our meetings. People have a lot of opinions, and it's not just opinions, but people have a lot of emotional attachments. And CP, when he was chair, decided we need to shake things up a bit. So the biggest event we used to do in a city, he said, for years and years and years, he said, "Nahi chalo, this year we are going to change. We are going to take it somewhere else." And it was a fun journey. I think, remember, Neelam remembers, but it was a major fun journey. But you talk about the power of persuasion. You talk about getting people to change their mind. The vehement critics, the ones who are absolutely like, no, it cannot happen. And ultimately, we not only did the event in a new city, but it was one of the most successful, that event has been happening for 30 years, turned out to be one of the most successful events. And CP had taken everybody along with him, everybody along with him. Another one I can remember, CP, was the offside, when you suggested Odisha. And I think everyone in NASSCOM had a heart attack because they were all used to going to very exotic places, South Africa, Kenya, and God knows what. And then CP said, "Nahi chalo, Orissa chalo." And there were a lot of concerns. But once again, that power of persuasion, making people, he knows the art of getting people who do not agree to come along with him. And it's just, I mean, it was fun. It was fun watching it. It was fun watching all the arguments and how CP navigated his way through it all. But ultimately, he made it happen. I mean, once he had set his mind to it, he sort of made it happen. And ultimately, everybody enjoyed both Odisha and the event example I gave. Everybody enjoyed it. It was fabulous.
So I can only tell you, Neelam didn't come to Odisha. And because, you know, it was, if it was South Africa, she would have come.
Yeah, I was in Singapore that time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was in
Neelam had
Singapore.
moved, but
For the record, as they say, after the event, you need to figure out कि किसने मुझको धक्का दिया पानी में. So there is and there is already.
So Sunandan, I must say something here.
That's all I can tell you.
You know,
I have known CP for more time than anyone on this panel. And the first time I met him, I looked at him, small town guy, all right, shirt tucked in from the front, not tucked in from the back, comes into office, and he makes no bones that he's not from the computer industry. He made no bones about it. And I'm thinking, why the hell have they hired this guy who talks too loud, who laughs too loud, who's sitting next door, eats up my tiffin. Every day he would eat my lunch. And I think, why the hell has he been hired? And I would find every reason to have some kind of an argument with CP, and CP was never fazed by it. So that's one. He does not get fazed by any of these little irritants which are happening around him. The second thing I can never forget is like Puneet talks about NIC. One day he comes, and we were peers. And one day he comes in and says, I want you to come on a call with me. And I said, let's go. And where are we going? We're going to NIC. And we both are going. And he says, he's asking too many technical questions. I can't handle it. And I'm also a salesperson. I'm not too technical either. But anyway, we go for the call. Now, here's the call. We are sitting in front of a very senior person. He's asking all kinds of questions. CP is sitting back. Not a word did he utter. He's having his tea. He's sitting cross-legged. Not a word. 30 minutes, that guy is asking all kinds of questions and I'm giving all kinds of answers. After 30 minutes, CP says, Ho gaya? You've asked all the questions. Ab order kab doge? So he was not bothered. All he wanted, can you answer these questions for this man so that I can get my deal, you know? And these were very, very early days in our career. And he was always a salesperson focused on, I have to achieve results, you know, and that was a very, very interesting thing. And the third thing, of course, we've been friends for more than 35 years. Puneet joined later, but I knew CP even before that, was in NASSCOM. He was the chairman and he wanted to do this event, not the one which moved, but in Mumbai. And he wanted someone to take the can of worms and do it. And we were already late in our discussions as to who's going to do the event. He calls me and says, you know, Neelam, this is a big flagship event of NASSCOM. It has to be done. I've decided you're doing it this year. Thank you. And he puts down the phone. I can say nothing. I can do nothing. All I can say is, no, I don't know. But then, you know, it had to be done. It had to be done. So he does not, if he's made up his mind, he's not going to listen to you or to anyone.
Neelam, I forgot to thank you in 2016. Publicly, thank you.
Okay. But that's CP for you. He will not take a no for an answer. The tenacity he has, that when he's made up his mind, this is what will work, he will go ahead and do it. And then that's how it works. So hats off to you, CP. You've had a very successful career and we all appreciate the friendship we have with you. So back to you, Sunandan. And
both
Anu.
Neelam and her husband Atul are very special to us, and I can only tell you that Neelam, thanks for being part of our lives.
Thanks.
you know, I remember the episode where Neelam, where you were the. Anu, you're saying, sorry, you were gonna.
You know, on that episode also, when Neelam was the guest and CP came in, we talked about this.
And you know, your years in Noida together. Well,
We
lots
had lot of
stories
good
there
times.
as well.
Yeah, we had a good time.
But देखो अभी तो नीलम पतली हो गई है, नहीं तो खाना मैं खाता था तो ये क्यों मोटी होती थी? I'm sorry for.
That's
But there is another trait of CP. He used to drink, he used to smoke. One bright day, I'm not smoking anymore. Next time you meet him, I'm not drinking anymore. I am now a vegetarian. He just goes through these, it's I'm going to test myself. I'm not going to do this anymore.
He started on steps, Neelam. He started on steps. So he would come, and I don't know how he did it, but he would come, and after 5 minutes, he would show me and say, "Ke 10,000 steps ho gaya." I said, 5 minutes में कैसे 10,000 steps हो सकता है? You must have tied that Fitbit to a dog or something and made the dog run around for 5 minutes and then come and say, देखो हो गया.
यानी there's an easier method. washing machine या मिक्सी में डाल दो.
हाँ, वो कुछ तो होता था. मेरे को पता है कुछ होता था. I don't know what. But and Neelam to that point competitive, like a kid. 10,000 steps तुम्हारा हो गया, चलो मेरा 10,200 हो गया है.
Yes.
wonderful.
Hari, let's bring you in.
Yeah.
So
us something.
obviously by now it is very clear to everyone that CP's energy, CP's spontaneity, his informality is phenomenal. So I have to tell you some stories about him on this, right? Obviously, I can't be nice to him. I know he has my list, but I have his list also, right? So
मेरा कोई लिस्ट नहीं है, ट्रांसपेरेंट. हरी
Don't get intimidated.
So, no, I have to tell No. So, you don't take pangas with CP. Now, you all know that he's very competitive. I'm not going there with that, right? No, but here is the point, right? The conditions and circumstances in which I met CP are very different from what most of you would have, right? We were coming out of a dramatic, headlong accident, if I may say so. I mean, I used to be part of Satyam, so when we met CP, it was the process of transitioning from one style of leadership to another. So I was coming in from a leadership style, which till then in Satyam was very, very soft-spoken. You can't even hear, the leaders speaking. It was one of those where you would probably wait for the entire conversation to be over to make your point and so on. And then we walked into CP, and it was like something that you can never imagine. It was like one hurricane coming right at you, right? I mean, CP walks in right after the press meet, and he said, "Hey, Aja, yaar, we need to talk." And I'm like, "Hello, I don't even know you, right? I've not even met you yet." And it was almost as if within 5 minutes, he and I were as if I've known each other for like ever. And I still remember he would come home, he would literally walk straight into the refrigerator and pick up what is in the refrigerator. You don't need to kind of tell him, "Boss, will you eat something?" or will you, whatever he wants, he will go in and pick up. And so this was a style which was very, very new to us. But here is the most important point, right? When we were doing this whole set of, what we call as virtual pool and releasing 7,000, 10,000 people from the company at that point in time, there was a sense of anger, sense of desperation, sense of sadness in the organization. And here was this one guy who was walking through it all, talking to people on the ground, in meetings, and everybody came out saying, "Man, this guy is something else," because he could walk in and remember somebody he met 3 months back and call him by name. He would talk about their children and what is happening in the school. So that was CP for you, and his lateral thinking. You throw a problem at him, he will give you 10 different solutions, and at the same time. And so that was something that was phenomenal working with CP. I mean, I always keep saying, after you see his energy, you tell yourself, we got to learn a lot more on this thing. And the only thing I hate about him is that energy also, because he would call me at 6:30 in the morning. He would set up telepresence calls on a Saturday or a Sunday at 6:30 a.m. And when I tell him I can't come on a Sunday because that's my day of rest, he used to say that, "You go to bloody church or what? What is your problem? You should be there for the meeting." So that's the level of energy. No stopping him. And I'm sure everybody on this call knows what I mean by his energy. Unbelievable. I can never be that anyway.
Fascinating.
But I can, CP, I'm now very clear. When I grow up, I want to be like you. I'm
Absolutely
100% clear.
I keep saying that every day.
So I don't know, Anurag. I thought they were you know, I know when I grow up, I will get to your stage of hairstyle.
Right, sir. And I'll get you a discount on the haircut like I get at my salon. But that's for later. There are some audience questions, and let me take two of them.
Yeah.
One,
yeah.
Saurabh Jolly is asking, I would love to hear CP say his best movie dialogue.
Mine is the reverse. That Amitabh Bachchan says, मैं अभी भी गिरा हुआ पैसा नहीं उठाता हूँ, और मैं कहता हूँ अगर गिरा हुआ है कोई बात नहीं, मैं उठाता हूँ.
Wow, I like that. Shruti Mahapatra is asking, every person is a sum of 5 people he or she spends their time with. Who are the top 5 in your life?
I mean, other than the parents, it's all these people who beat me into shape. They're all here. I mean, they're being polite, and individually they beat me up.
You know, CP, you remind me, I'm very fond of cricket, and I do share, me and my daughter share a birthday with Sir Donald Bradman. So and last night she was telling me she wants to be a cricketer. So anyway, I would only encourage her. But you remind me of a story. I won't call you an underdog. You were always good from what we've heard. But I want to tell you a cricketing story. It's a small saying that Anil Kumble says. He says the beauty about Sachin Tendulkar is that he proved everyone right. I mean, he worked all his life to prove everyone right because everyone saw the spark in Sachin. And Anil Kumble says, I did exactly the opposite. I worked to prove everyone wrong because everybody said this lanky guy can't be the leg spinner. So when I'm talking to you, for some reason, it comes to my mind. I don't know. I know you're not an underdog. You're always popular in the college. Being in the forefront, building relationships, enjoying, association. So you're clearly not an underdog. But clearly you proved a lot. You're like Sachin Tendulkar. You proved a lot of people right. So that's what came to my mind. Nandan, back to you.
I can only say I don't know about proving right or wrong. I'm really blessed. If you were to ask me what have I earned in my life, I think it's the love and affection of friends, and some of them are on this call. Some of them have made an effort to come in. I do know that I really am touched that Devjani, Neelam, Hari, Puneet, all of them have come on this call. And I expected fireworks. I did expect that I will be roasted because these friends, as I told you, are capable of very many things. But I think we survived the evening, and I'm grateful.
Fabulous.
I have to say that to the question of people who make you who you are, the one person for me who I love you to bits, but you and Anu together, it's a different level. It's a completely different level. And to me, CP is what he is because there's Anu. I mean, I touch wood. I mean, the two of you are both of you are beautiful people, but the two of you together is, for me, unconditional love. So, her not being here is half of it missing.
I would echo that completely, Devjani.
We'll have to do another show with you, CP, looks like.
Yes,
I would love that as well.
6:30 a.m. morning, 6:30 a.m. in the morning.
6:30 a.m. in the morning.
He'll call you. We'll let you know.
Thank you so much. I like that timing.
I can only
This is okay for Puneet.
I can only tell you, if you ever want to find the secrets unsecreted for Devjani, I'll give you a source. And last 6 months, I don't know how they have survived together. And Devjani, how's the young lady going?
Lady? Sorry, CP, but I have to say, I have to do a plug-in for Anu since she's not here. And really, I've known Anu from the time that she got married to CP because I went for CP's marriage. And I have to say that I was one of the very few friends from HCL. CP had many other friends from Rourkela and other places, etc., that went. but a few of us went from HCL, and she still reminds me that I gave her a pressure cooker for their wedding gift because I said I was single. CP was getting married, so I told her, no, now that CP anyway drives us like a dog, so when I come home, at least after work, you can at least feed both of us some aloo paratha. So here is a pressure cooker to boil some potatoes in and make aloo parathas. She never lets me forget that. But she's just a fabulous, fabulous lady. She's indulged us since then. And really, God bless. God bless you, CP, really. And may the two of you have a lifetime of happiness together.
Thank you. And I'm sure
Absolutely.
there will be a recording for Anna.
Yes.
And only this is Puneet making sure he continues to get his aloo paratha.
We realize that,
This much before I saw the movie Glenn Ross, I actually met CP, who taught me always be closing. So I'm a salesman of the same mold from CP, the best, best in the trade. So I have to be closing all the time, of course.
Well,
CP, I want to ask you, while the informal show, but genuinely, is there something left for you to do? You have a great family. You have a very large friend circle, admirers, people who depend on you and you depend on them. Relationships are always two-way. But is there a bucket list you have? In the next 10 years, what is it that CP wants to achieve?
I mean, sure, I have a bucket list, but top of the list is obviously I want to make Tech Mahindra a lot more successful, a lot more customer-centric and people-centric. So that is number one. Number two, my passion is education. As you would have noticed by now that I'm involved in a Plaksha University, which is the new age technology university coming up in right opposite Chandigarh Airport.
Yeah.
I am, helping Anand Mahindra on the Mahindra University project in Hyderabad, and I'm the chairman of IIM Nagpur. I'm very closely involved with my own college, NIT Rourkela. So in a way, my returning, as I said, phase 1 was all about learning, phase 2 was earning, phase 3 is returning. My returning will be through education. And so there is a lot to be done, and education is a subject which is endless. Education impact that you can make is endless. So I do believe that yes, both Tech Mahindra and education will keep me busy.
And your NGO as well, no?
Sorry?
And your NGO.
NGO is really speaking, it is more my wife Anita, who is actively involved in that, where I bring in a value add is by staying away.
Okay. Well, we've had a fascinating evening and huge learning for everyone. And anybody else, before I close, anybody else want anything to talk about? And it's been a fascinating evening.
There is a question from Harpreet Kaur. Puneet, go
I-
ahead, and they'll take last question from Harpreet Kaur. She's asked a question which may be relevant.
I just want to correct one thing, since I was taking profuse notes as CP was speaking, and you were talking about college days, and he says you can only be crazy once. I think CP is crazy forever. So I just want to correct that for the record.
That's what makes
one.
him CP.
True.
Okay, that's an accolade. Steve Jobs was crazy, so crazy people change the world. It famously goes. Harpreet Kaur Malhotra is asking, how can one keep going when motivation dwindles and you want to look for something new and different? CP, can you guide me? I don't know who's Harpreet Kaur Malhotra. How to find motivation every day?
Harpreet, again, different people have tried to describe this. Some says dream big, some like Steve Jobs that Anurag was quoting, said, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." I think it is clear that each one of us have to find a purpose, and that purpose, if you can drive it with passion, I don't think you will have that challenge about motivation. Find your own purpose, whether it is painting, dancing, horse riding, or doing all three. As long as you find your purpose and then you're willing to get up with a spring in your feet, I'm sure you will enjoy it.
Okay. Rajesh Agarwal is asking, I don't know who he is, can we get CP to sing? And Goli Hanumant is asking, hi CP sir, if you want to thank people who have contributed in your life's journey, who would those be? Can you thank them here? Then there's somebody called Mr. K. Gopal. He says, did the Rourkela Calcutta bike ride over 3 days inspire you to do something similar much later in life? Have you repeated that?
Again, the people I want to thank is almost every individual. And as you heard from me, my parents, my friends who have come on this show, and a lot of my bosses, a lot of my teachers, almost every client of mine, because I think they have all touched me. They've added value to my life. So again, I mean, I don't want to make this Oscar winner statements, but yeah, it's been a fun ride and I've enjoyed it. And I just want to thank everybody who has touched, whom I have touched or who has touched me. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. It's been a great evening. And I think Anurag really enjoyed the day.
You're being very kind. Thank you, CP. Back to you, Sue. By not many people know, Sunandan used to be my boss at J. Walter Thompson. He got me into media. That's how I got into, and he still bullies
So I
me.
must thank Devjani, Neelam, Puneet, Hari for being there today. Fantastic, and it's been great. And in the spirit of CP's obsession with the peas, I'd like to say this was one hell of a party. And we had a great time. I'd like to thank you all again for being there.
And for those of you not being able to see the full show, you can see it on the BW YouTube page, or you can read it in the next issue of BW, or read it on businessworld.in. So you can revisit the whole video on Monday on the BW YouTube channel.
And thank you, CP. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. We had a great time. Fantastic.
Thank you,
goodbye,
everyone.
Thank you.
Till next time.
Neelam, Hari, and Puneet.
Hari will soon do a real party, man.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully,
the one thing that we do.
Why only with Hari?
Hari hoga to
All of us on the panel.
Band Baja Barat will automatically happen.
Acha, okay.
All of us on the panel in CP's place.
I am not commenting on
Guys, thank you.
but,
Good night. Thank you. Take care. All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Bye.
Take care.
Guys, bye.
Thanks, CP. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.